X Factor choice packs and disappointment. Name a better duo. Welcome into another episode of No Money Spent, where I recap the week that was for my free-to-play team, the Nada Dollars. In last week's episode, we graduated from just being nerds to full-blown geeks by inserting all 6 of the 90 overall team builders, including the first ultimate icon for the team, Wayne Gretzky. The team's fantastic. The personal life, a little embarrassing. So let's start with what everyone just fiends for, and that's packs. So it happened to be that time of the month where my X Factor choice pack was reset. So we threw 50 gold players into the pack. Again, I want to reiterate, if you are still building team builders, do not throw NHL players into this set. I'm done them all, so it really doesn't matter anymore. Everything goes. And we've got our first X Factor choice pack of the video. Now, just a disclaimer, at this point of the season, I'm really just looking for Connor McDavid. I've already got X Factor Makar, as well as Matthew Tkachuk. You could argue for some other ones, but really I'm just hunting for Connor McDavid because A, he's one of the best cards in the game, but B, when his Team of the Year card comes out, you'll be able to get his Team of the Year card at a bit of a discount. Obviously, it will cost you to get him all the way up to his highest rated card, but it is still more than likely going to save you some coins. So with that being said, let's rip it. All right, so not ideal. I didn't get Connor McDavid. However, I did get Jack Eichel. Among all of the X Factor cards that are out there, of the ones that will not win Team of the Year, Jack Eichel is by far the best. Jack Eichel cards always feel different. He's got a custom stride. I mentioned this a number of times. He's also got a pretty decent face-off rating, so now you can play him at center as well as on the wing. So I'm more than likely going to actually upgrade Jack Eichel because his cards are just always very good. So welcome to the team. For anyone that plays the game a much more normal amount of time, I would not recommend upgrading Eichel unless you really like the player. While he is a great card, upgrades after 90 are going to cost you 4 and 5 power-up collectibles, and it's become very difficult, especially for the free-to-play players. However, I know that I can easily get 5 to 10 power-up collectibles a week.
Get a life.
So that's why I'm okay with taking him. EA also decided to juice the XP path sets this week, giving us a discounted X Factor choice pack. So these Nada Dollars get another shot at McDavid. All right, this has to be it. I believe this is my 5th X Factor player choice set. We just got Jack Eichel, who in my opinion is one of, if not the only other one besides Makar and maybe McDavid that you could upgrade because his card specifically is just so good. We're just looking for Connor.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Show me Connor McDavid. You know what's annoying is Jack Hughes is a pretty decent card too. All right, this is the safe one. You know, I don't think I'll upgrade him, but he's not terrible either. Connor, man. Give me Connor McDavid. Okay. Okay, I wanted Tomas Hertl. You know what? His fantasy card is already catching some heat. It's already over 80. We probably don't need Hertl now. Connor McDavid. All in all, not a terrible pack for October. So the easy choice here is Jack Hughes, so... All right, it was on to Hut Champs with the new God Squad, and after a slow start playing my games of Rivals with Shanahan, I noticed that when you set up your shot and either aim far side, short side, things like that, it goes in a lot. His shot is electric. I just found that he was mostly just setting players up, even though he had one of the best shots in the game, and if you really play for his shot, it just works really well. It was also a sad day coming to the realization that Jacob Markstrom, the GOAT, it's been a while since we've got a new Markstrom card, and I think that he's just falling victim to attributes increasing for shooters because he has been far worse than he was in the first 100 games of using him. It looked like it was the beginning of the end for the GOAT. And it's not to say that the goals that he lets in are goals that should be stopped. Again, it's going to depend on your defense, but I mean, you guys watched all my videos and my streams. There was games where he would legitimately steal you the win. And he's just not making those saves anymore. I'm not sure if it was the patch or if it's just attributes increasing, but yeah, I think it was time for a change. Our first few games of Hut Champs were pretty good, starting out 5-0, and it was the team builders carrying the way. There legit wasn't one of the 690 overall team builders that I did not notice at some point in the game. Shanahan's shot was fantastic. John LeClaire was kind of surprising. Regeer, Coin, and Willie Mitchell munch everybody. And then there's Mike Modano, who is just different different, like built different. It's been really fun getting to use all of these cards because it just makes the game really fresh. So with that being said, after a few disappointing losses, it was time to make a change in net. Ottinger really was not worth the price tag, even though Showstopper is one of the best abilities in the game. I just found that he couldn't stop the normal shots. I thought his ability worked perfectly fine. But I did pack the next-gen Joseph Wall, and because he's one of those rental cards where you can get him up to 85 and get all of your power-up collectibles back for upgrading him, a lot of people in my community told me he was good, so it was time to give him some run. However, I'm still ass cheeks at the game, so it really doesn't matter in the end. So I finished with a completely mediocre 12-8, and now we've got a decision to make because we do get 8 collectibles, but I think we're starting to see a shift in value in what you should do with those collectibles. So let's break it down. So here's the situation. Because the new team builders are out, and ultimate power-up icons, Mario, Gretzky, and Gordie Howe, are all falling in price. They've now hit a point that which you can get Gretzky and Mario and Gordie Howe for significantly less than what it would cost in value to dump all of your gold cards into them. For example, they're going for like 750 to 800 coins. At that price, that's essentially 1 million coins in value to get the untradeable version. Mario and Gretzky are going for like 8 to sometimes 7 even. I saw one for 650,000 coins tradable. There's no reason to stack all of your non-NHL gold players because now the icons just aren't worth it. They will continue to fall in price because more and more people are able to make them guaranteed. The reason why they held their value last year is because it wasn't guaranteed. It was a gamble, and it was very difficult to get those cards to make them. So with that said, Mega Players Packs, they're no longer guaranteed to give you 30,000 coins in value. So after doing some math and looking at the numbers, the Jumbo Elite Players Pack for 3 Hut Champs collectibles is essentially an ultimate pack with 2 cards in there that are under 80 overall. Now, cards that are 80 overall and above are almost guaranteed to be NHLers, and because team builders are so expensive to make, you have a much higher shot at returning a lot more value. On top of that, you have a better chance at pulling something that's, you know, in the mid to high 80s. For anyone still making Gretzky and Mario and you're halfway through, keep taking Mega Players Packs. But I think for anyone, either just focusing on team builders or you've got all your team builders and you're not worrying about an ultimate icon, I would go with Jumbo Elite Players Packs simply because you can get a lot more coins for roughly the same value. Now, because I only got 8 collectibles, I will get 1 more for being in Division 2 and getting the win streak reward. So I was fine with that, saved my 2, and it actually worked out quite well because I did this before the new Hut Champs cards were released. So from these packs, I'm just looking for NHLers that I can sell. A majority of them are still going for 1,500 coins because I am trying to save up around 600,000 to 700,000 to just straight up buy Mario or prepare for Team of the Year. I haven't really decided just yet. I'll have to wait and see. Too many non-NHLers. Let's go, dude. That'll play. So I don't really get anything else, and I was kind of bailed with that Philip Forsberg pull, but all of these cards are sellable, so I'll put them all up the auction house and make roughly 50,000, 60,000 coins, and hopefully get a little bit better rewards from Rivals. So when it comes to Rivals this week, here's the issue. I tried to just be a slightly normal human being and play my 20 Hut Champs games and not really worry about finishing all of my Rivals games first to maximize my points. However, I'm in Division 2, and once you get to Division 2 and Division 1, that's where the hardcores play. So even though I finished all 50 games, 20 including Hut Champs, I landed in Platinum.
You just got your asses whipped by a bunch of goddamn nerds.
And Platinum rewards are pretty brutal for the time commitment, which again is why I try and play my 50 Rivals games first. In all honesty, I actually wanted to take tradable Rivals rewards, given the same logic that I just did with my Hut Champs rewards, but like 1 Jumbo Elite pack is not going to justify it, so I took tradable here, hoping that I would just pull something. However, all I pulled was my hamstring, so this was an absolutely abysmal week, and it really kind of magnifies the issue of the amount of time you've got to put into the game to get rewards that meet that time commitment. Thank God we got all the team builders and all of the new players, because this was awful. So remember how I said I was lucky that I only had 2 out of the 3 for one more Jumbo Elite pack. Well, because I wasn't able to get that 3rd pack, I still have 2 Hut Champs collectibles, plus the one I will get from Win Streak rewards this week. I can already confirm to you, I will 100% be getting this Eric Lindros for the not a dollar. They gave this thing everything that it needs to be one of the best centermen in the game. It will cost you 3 Hut Champs collectibles to build, and then 9 power-up collectibles to get him up to 88. Now, essentially, it will only cost you 5 power-up collectibles because you will be able to refund 4 of them. Still a very expensive cost, but when it comes to investing power-up collectibles into a card, I'm okay if this card has the potential to be in my lineup for months. Because he's 6'4", 240, you can make all the attribute increases in the world. You can't increase size. So no matter what, he's one of the biggest cards in the game. On top of that, he's got a good face-off rating at 90. His skating gets to 90 even as well with 92 balance. And when you throw shooting boost on him, his shot gets an increase as well. Body checking is at 90. Comes with gold unstoppable force, silver quick draw, and on top of that, they gave him elite edges. Just an all-around almost perfect card, and I will be making him this weekend. So tune in next week to see how Eric Lindros does. Good luck banging your head against the wall in Rivals and Hut Champs. Stay strong, fellas. Oh, I almost forgot the random premium pack. Nah, I'm just f***ing with you.